Hey guys, I gotta tell you this crazy story that involves a family secret. Now, it all started when this super hot girl I'd never seen before called me a liar and accused me of breaking her heart. And if that wasn't enough, she threw a flipping glass of water right in my face. I didn't even know this. Alright, hold up. Before we go any further, go ahead and click like and subscribe for more hidden wisdom stories. Alright, so my name's Joe, I'm 20 years old, and sometimes I really hate working for my family business. See, my pops owned this landscape business, and once I was old enough to hold a rake, he had me helping. But it meant I couldn't do clubs or sports after school or hang out with my friends on the weekend. And when all my friends were going off to school, I had to stay home and work. One day, Pops told me we got a huge contract at the university. I started working there most days, keeping the campus shrubs even and pruning their trees. All these students started saying hi to me. They were calling me Chip. This Chip guy had a lot of girlfriends, and one of them helped me track him down. I met Chip a couple days later, and it was like staring into a mirror. The first thing he said was, "Wanna arm wrestle?" We got along great, but we were kinda opposite too. Chip had money and was on his way to a law degree. We didn't even think we were even related at first, but then Chip thought we should get a sibling paternity test. We matched, and the news floored me. I couldn't wrap my mind around it. I had a twin brother. My family hid it from me. I was so furious I couldn't talk to them. Meanwhile, Chip said he had suspected for a while that he had been adopted. Chip didn't even have to work, and his parents were loaded, but still, he would complain. I'll admit I was envious, because Chip didn't have to work. But then, Chip made a proposal. "I'll pay you $500 a week if you switch lives with me." All I had to do was go to all of his family functions and show up at his classes, he said. I thought he was crazy to pay me to live like a rich boy. But maybe this was my chance to really live. So I moved into that big old mansion with his family. It was like living in a museum. But it was worth it because every Friday Chip would meet me with the cash. I had never made so much money in my life. But at the same time, I was really earning it. At least with lawn work, the end of the day was the end of the day. But being Chip had me up all night. His hardest class by far was this constitutional law class he was taking. See, I thought I would just show up and stare out the window, but on my first day, this law professor called me out because I was a little late. He said I could tell everybody about the reading on separation of powers. I thought he was just kidding. So I said that the Avengers all had separate powers, and everybody started laughing. The professor got all mad, and every class, he would ask me to summarize the readings. Chip's mother would hit me with a spoon if I put my elbows on the table. I was starting to miss home where I could relax and be myself, literally. Chip told me the craziest story about how he didn't realize he had the riding mower in reverse, and he drove backwards into this old lady's living room. He told me my pops was going crazy and jerking around like an electrocuted chicken. Chip said he was sick of his adopted parents and all their rules. He thought being with his biological parents might make a difference, but he wasn't sure if it was. I could relate. It was nice to experience something new, but I hated being inside all day and night, and I totally blew one of Chip's tests. To be honest, I just didn't feel like I belonged. I went by my old house one night and tapped on my old window. Chip let me in. I told him I was about to get him kicked out of his school and that I wanted to trade lives back. But before he could say anything, my pops woke up. He almost had a heart attack right there. And everybody had a lot of explaining to do, including my mom, who was full of tears because she had both her boys under her roof. My folks were broke and didn't think they could afford a baby. So when my mom suddenly got pregnant, they found Chip's parents, who were looking to adopt. But when my mom found out she was having twins, she had a change of heart and couldn't lose us both. Knowing that Chip's parents would take both, they kept me a secret, which is why we never knew each other. My dad told Chip he always had a place in the family business, He even gave him his own uniform. But then Chip surprised me by giving it back. Apparently, Chip was homesick too. He said he couldn't forget about everything his adopted parents had done. I guess the grass is always greener on the other side. My whole life, I thought the rich guys had it easy, but once I saw their struggles, I was able to appreciate my own blessings. And same with Chip. He returned to school with a new energy for his opportunities his family had given him. Have you ever been envious of somebody else? Tell us about it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more hidden wisdom stories. Remember, when you share our stories, you're sharing wisdom.